All right, everyone. Hi, and welcome to your first process journal. So I'm just going to briefly go over what this process journal is all about. I did this in class and I'm posting this video a little late, but this is for the people especially coming in who weren't in class. So that's mainly what these videos are for, is for you to go back later. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and we'll get started on the introduction to process journal number 1. So if you go into Schoology and you scroll down to the white process journals folder and open that and click on the process journal number 1. You've got 4 things in this folder, just like you'll have in all your other process journal folders. You'll have a place where the assignment actually is, the thing that you have to turn in and complete. Underneath it, you'll have all the tutorial videos, and this is the first one that you're watching here, the introduction. And then below that, you'll have the reference slides, which is everything that you'll need for that, all the information that you'll need. And you can open that by hitting the gear and opening editor. And then the last one here is the critique slides, which we will do in class together on the last day of this. So I'm going to go back up here and just click on process journal number 1. This is where the assignment is, and you'll just open up this yellow thing here and it'll flip open to this document. So you're going to click on this down here and then click up here once it opens. This is your copy, so every time you go back to it, you can just click on it, it'll open it up for you. And you will see this first slide, which just kind of explains what it is and what everything means. So blue is everything that I fill out, which is not a lot. And then yellow is everything that you'll fill out. So like here, you'll see something highlighted in yellow. That means you'll put a photo of yourself there, fill out your name and hour, and then sign this after you've watched the first 2 videos, the introduction videos that I showed on the very first day. If you were not here, you missed those, please go and watch those. That takes about 20 minutes. It's in the orange Schoology folder, the resources folder. It's the first 2 videos, the handbook video and the Schoology video. Next up, we have a slide that you'll fill out about yourself. So this just tells me why you took this course, something about you, and then you let me know your plans for the mandatory field trip. And if you don't know what that is, please go watch the handbook video in the orange Schoology resources folder. Next, we have the mindful moments. You don't have to do anything with these until I tell you to in class. So you'll come to class, you'll see it on the screen when you first come to class. You've all, if you were in class on the second day, you will have seen the painting already, and I will have talked about this already, but you're going to add a comment and say it to the class for every discussion that we have of these artworks. So it's all also mandatory that you put in your comments that you share here, and we may go off the rails a little bit when we're talking, but that's okay. Just stick to this comment here. So you don't have to worry about those. The next part is you'll just put a photo of your sketch notes and any other sketches that you've done throughout this process journal process. You'll do at least one process photo of your artwork. You can also do a process video too, if that's your thing. You can add a process video in there. Love it. And then a last final photo of your artwork. This one here is just for you to fill out at the end after you've completed it. Just a few brief reflection questions to tell me how you feel about your artwork. And then the last part is my checklist. So I'll fill in these. You just tell me right here what you think you deserve, and then I'll give you some comments, feedback. And then here is for where we paste our critique comments. Going back to the process journal number 1 folder in Schoology, we're going to go to the reference slides. And like I said, you can hit the gear and hit open editor, but I'm going to open it here. So in this one, we're going to focus on giving and receiving meaningful feedback. So we're really going to take the time to do the critique all hour when we have it. And we're going to think about being inquirers or inquirers. We're already thinking about that because I'm asking a question. What is art? So we'll focus on that. Some of our, or all of our learning objectives include setting up your process journal and getting used to it, along with the handbook and the syllabus. Working on look at me, can independently work on a video and take notes, create a final what is art piece, and I can participate in a class critique. So that's what you'll be working on here. These are the key vocabulary. These are things that we already went over in the handbook video. But if you want to go into those in more detail, you can check out the handbook video. We'll go into vocabulary more in our other ones. Now the next slides here, I won't really go through them. They're tutorials 1 and 2, so they're all the slides that correspond with that. I'm going to jump to the end here, which is the summary. So you can see what your goal is for this whole thing. It's like a quick cheat sheet checklist to make sure that you've got everything done. So you're going to watch and discuss the video about Instagram. You're going to take visual sketch notes of what is art. Make sure you're putting that into your process journal. Come up with your own definition of art and sketch out some ideas. Or maybe just, jump right in like I do in the tutorial and do a collage and have fun from there. Create an artwork in your sketchbook that defines what is art to you, as well as using other interesting visual elements. So that is process journal number 1. You can now go on to tutorial number 1.